Welcome, everyone. This is Navigating LA County and Metro Contracting Opportunities presented by Supervisor Janice Hahn. My name is Mildred Melendez, and I'll be your event host this afternoon. I'll be providing technical support as well, so if you have any issues, please let me know via chat or my email, and I'll drop that in the chat for you all. So this webinar will be recorded, and the PowerPoints will also be distributed to all our attendees. So go ahead and enjoy the webinar, and we'll give you everything you need. So you can go back and see through all of our presentations and stuff you can benefit. Wonderful. So this afternoon, we have representatives from the Contractor Development and Bonding Program, Carlos Ray, to speak on the benefits and the resources available.
Okay, can I interrupt? There is some major feedback. I don't know if people need to mute.
Yes, please. Panelists and attendees, if you can, please mute your microphones, and we can, yes, have a little bit clearer audio. Perfect. All right, so we have representatives from CDAP, and they will be speaking on the program benefits and also our new program, the Contract Financing Assistance Program. We have representatives from the Department of Economic Opportunity, Metro and LA County Public Works on how to do business with their agencies and the additional benefits that they offer to small businesses such as yours. So, of course, as you may have noticed, Supervisor Hahn is on the call with us. We are honored to have you here, Supervisor. And to introduce her, please welcome Alex Rucker.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is well. My name is Alex Rucker, and I'm with 3D Networks, and we do the community and engagement for this program. And first of all, I want to wish Janice a happy birthday this weekend. I've known Janice for a long time, and I just want to introduce her and share a little bit that I know there's so much to share, but it would take forever for this introduction. I learn something every day about Supervisor Hahn. She was a former city council, for those of you that don't know. She started out there, and she's also a former congresswoman. So she brings a lot of experience to the job. She was elected to county supervisor in 2016, and she has dedicated her career to public service, following in the footsteps of her father, Kenny Hahn, who served for 40 years in the Board of Supervisors and whose legacy has inspired Janice. He's credited with bringing the Dodgers to Los Angeles, creating the nation's first paramedic program, and being the only politician willing to meet Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at the Los Angeles International Airport when he visited Los Angeles in 1960. Now, got to remember, this was the 60s, and Reverend Doty, who had invited MLK Jr. to his church, wanted a county or an elected official to meet him at the airport. And interestingly enough, we look back at those days, nobody wanted to pick up MLK Jr. But Kenny Hahn said, I'll pick him up. So he picked him up. And even though people warned him that wasn't the popular thing to do at that time, but Kenny Hahn did not care. He wanted to go pick up MLK because he admired him. And they ended up becoming friends. And so much history in between that. But today, Martin Luther King Jr. Drew Medical Center that opened in 1972 is because that has that name because of Kenny Hahn. And also, I want to talk a little bit about another thing that Kenny Hahn was responsible for. If you all remember the call boxes along the freeway, for some of you are very young, probably don't, but for those of us that were around, thank God for call boxes. And that was who was responsible for that was Supervisor Kenny Hahn. And he saw the need when he saw a woman and her children on the side of the road needing help, and there was no help. And he lobbied for that with the governor of California to get those installed. And then eventually they went statewide. So because of him, people got help on the freeway, whether an accident or a medical emergency or whatever it was, before we had cell phones. And even today, cell phones may not have service, and we need those. Okay, so I want to talk about my friend, County Supervisor Janice Hahn. Among the programs that she created in LA, she found LA Found, and this is something new to me. This program offers trackable bracelets to families with loved ones who are prone to working and wandering due to Alzheimer's, dementia, and autism, and brings them home safely. What a wonderful program that is, especially for families that have loved ones that have that disease. And another thing that I, just learned, as one of the many Americans who has a loved one who experienced a devastating stroke, she partnered with UCLA Health to bring the West Coast first mobile stroke unit to LA County. The mobile stroke unit has been operating since 2017 and is saving lives by allowing medical professionals to diagnose and treat strokes in the field long before a patient arrives to a hospital. And it's a matter of minutes, and they need help right away so that they can maybe get cured. 99% of them make it if they get professional help immediately. And one of the things that most recently Supervisor Hahn did in 2021, she describes as the most meaningful endeavor in her career, leading the successful effort to return the property known as Bruce's Beach to the living descendants of Willa and Charles Bruce, nearly a century after it was taken illegally from the couple because they were African American. By returning this property in 2022, Los Angeles County became the first government body in the nation to return land stolen from a Black family during the Jim Crow era. So that's just a few things, and that's why she cares so much about small and diverse communities, and that's why she is a leading voice for this program. So for all of our small and diverse contractors out there, you have a cheerleader as your friend and someone that cares about the community in so many ways that I cannot even bring that all up in this introduction. So really, without further ado, I want to introduce the fabulous, the great, the inspirational County Supervisor, Janice Hahn.
Thank you, Alex Ricker, who's been my friend for as long as I can remember. And you are also such a champion for good ideas and good values. You've been such a great leader in so many ways for the people of California. And what an honor to be introduced by you. What a great legacy I have. Boy, every time I hear those stories about Kenny Hahn, they just make me smile. And as you can see, there's kind of a connection, right? My father showed courage greeting Dr. King at the airport, gave me courage to think about returning a piece of property that was stolen from a Black family. He started the paramedic program. That's what made me think in the 21st century, it should be a mobile stroke unit. So I learned a lot from him, and I just try to carry on his legacy, but I couldn't be prouder to have Kenny Hahn and my brother Jim Hahn as part of my family legacy. So thanks and welcome everybody to our virtual outreach workshop called Navigating LA County and Metro Contracting Opportunities. As the supervisor for the 4th District, and currently I'm chair of the Metro Board of Directors, I recognize that big transportation and development projects aren't just good news for our residents, but they're good news for local construction companies who can bid on these projects. But for too long, contracting opportunities have been out of reach for many businesses who don't have the resources to devote to getting through what can be a very complicated process. For years, I have been a champion of breaking down these barriers and giving more local small and diverse businesses the support they need to compete with bigger companies and win these contracts. One of the challenges businesses have faced is bonding. Because so many smaller business owners haven't had experience with bonding, it could take years for them to get a completion bond on their own. And that's one of the reasons we've launched this virtual workshop series. LA County and Metro are partnering with the experts at Merriweather and Williams for today's outreach workshop on navigating LA County and Metro contracting opportunities. This workshop is a great opportunity for us to come together and learn about Contractor Development and Bonding Program, or CDAP. CDAP offers resources and support for local contractors, including valuable trainings, network support, mentorship opportunities, bid alerts, assistance in securing bonding, and financing support. All of this is available at no cost to you, the contractor, simply by enrolling in this program and taking advantage of the offerings. There are so many public contracting opportunities in Los Angeles County right now, and especially as we grow Metro ahead of the 2028 Olympics, and we want to see our small local contractors thrive, grow, and win these contracts. I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak with all of you today, and I hope you all get what you need from this workshop. So now I'm going to turn it back to our host to get started. Have a good time.
Wonderful. Thank you, Supervisor Hahn. Thank you for your service, your support, your advocacy. It's very much appreciated. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and jump into our presentations. Like Supervisor Hahn spoke about, this is the Contractor Development and Bonding Program Outreach Workshop. So our goal is for you, the attendees, small contractors, small and diverse contractors, to understand the program services and the benefits they provide you. So here to do that, and do that very well, is Carlos Ray, Client and Community Relations Manager from Merriweather and Williams Insurance Services, who administers the program. Thank you for being here, Carlos.
Thank you so much, Mildred, and thank you, Supervisor Hahn, and everyone at LA County for your support. Definitely what we do could not be possible without it. So thank you. And thank you to all of you who are attending this afternoon. We're excited to have you and share with you a little bit about our program and the services and resources that are available for you. So let's get started. So a little bit about Merriweather and Williams. We're a full service property and casualty firm, do employee benefits, retirement, personal lines, insurance brokerage, line risk management. We're probably most known for our contractor development and bonding programs, where we offer bonding, technical assistance, and contract financing. We do those in a bunch of different places: San Francisco, Southern California, or LA region, Alameda County, Fresno, Charlotte, North Carolina, and we're expanding across the US as we speak. So we're excited about the work that we do, and we know that it's going to be able to help a lot of small business contractors who are looking to do public works. We've been at this for about 28 years now. We've done over $1 billion in bond transactions, and our loss is less than 0.1%. So we know that the formula that we have and what we're able to do as far as technical assistance and bonding support works, and it can really be a big help. And then our contract financing, which is one of our newer programs and services that we're able to offer, which we'll hear about in just a moment, has done over $6 million in that. And so you'll learn more about that and what that is. And we have a team member here to help you. Next slide. So the purpose of this program is to reduce the barriers of bonding capacity, enabling greater and successful participation of small, local, minority women, and disabled veteran-owned businesses and public contract opportunities. Basically, what we try to do is create a level playing field for everybody, making sure that some of the smaller businesses that may be interested in public works understand what they're getting into and have a good handle on all that goes into not just completing the project, but the pre-project activities and post-project activities. And so we call that the 4 pillars of contractor development, which you see here, and which will make a lot more sense as we get through the presentation. But they are assessment, technical assistance, bonding, contract financing, and project assistance, education, training, and contract support, and prime contractor partnerships. So just a little bit about bonding. Why bonding? What is it? It's a 3-party agreement that guarantees the contract gets completed. Some of the things you should know, just be aware of, it protects another party, not you as the contractor. You have to qualify for it. So like, unlike insurance, it doesn't expect losses and you can't just go buy it. You have to actually qualify. It's mandated through law, public works on all public works projects, federal and local, and you can cite all the different Miller Acts for those reasons. They'll look a little bit different each municipality and each state, but they all have some sort of bonding requirements. One of the best things about it is it can act as a pre-qualification instrument for your ability. So as your bonding capacity grows, it speaks to the types of projects you're able to take on. So just a little bit about bonding, which is kind of like the pillar of our program, what we do as far as support. Next slide. Some of the services I mentioned bonding, so we can help you obtain it or increase your bonding capacity, contractor development, capacity building, and technical services. We have our contract-based financing, which we'll hear more about in just a moment. What happens when you enroll, you get a dedicated account manager. We call them contractor development manager. They'll be like your go-to person for everything within the program. They will talk to you about projects and pretty much help you develop your business and the types of projects you want to go at. Make sure you're prepared, have all your certifications and everything that you need to meet the requirements for the different types of projects you're looking for. We have agency collateral support, so in the form of bid performance and payment bonds for those, again, who qualify, like bonding. I just mentioned bonding, you have to qualify for it. And then we offer a one-time use accounting subsidy. So sometimes you may have to submit CPA prepared financial statements or other sort of statements from CPAs. And we have a one-time use of $3,200 that those enrolled in the program can qualify for to use. And then one of the great things we have is weekly bid opportunities in the form of bid alerts. We do a weekly newsletter that has all the different projects and events and things that can help you grow your business, find different project opportunities, networking opportunities, matchmaking opportunities. And so please, when you sign up, make sure you get added to that list. So you want to get all that information right in your inbox so you don't have to go look for it. And we do all the hard work for you. Make sure you have that information readily available and you can click on it and go right to those different sources of resources. Next slide. Some of the technical assistance that we offer, once you get enrolled in the program, your account manager will go over an assessment with you. So they'll ask you questions about what you want to do and what kind of projects you want to go after. And then what they'll do is put together a work plan. So that work plan will identify what certifications you may need if you need to get registered with California DIR, or if you need to get bonding in place, or you need contract financing. Everything you need to start getting ready to bid on projects will be in that work plan. They also put together a one-page marketing sheet for you called a contractor profile. This will have all of your information about your company, recent projects, bonding capacity, licenses, statement of qualifications, of course, your contact information, even some recent pictures of work that you've completed. So this is something you can take with you to hand out at events, or you can even send it via email virtually to people that you may meet or you want to contact. Certifications, they'll help you obtain certifications depending on, where you qualify, who you want to get certified with. We do bid document reviews. So once you put a bid together, before you submit it, your account manager could sit down with you and help you review your bid. Contract completion support. So while you're on the project, we have field support that's available for you to help you get through any issues with scheduling and change orders and all those types of things. So we have a lot of different resources, not only from the beginning of the project, but all the way through closeout. We offer monthly workshops and coaching. Similar to this one, we just had a managing your back office workshop. I think our next one for April will be insurance for contractors. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for that. We also have construction training academies, bidding and estimating is one, and then contract award and management. So that basically shows you how to bid and estimate on projects, and then contract award and management takes it from, okay, you've been awarded, now how do you actually manage it all the way through closeout? Then our prime partnership program puts you in touch with some of the larger general contractor firms that may be looking for work that you do, a specific trade. Sometimes they'll reach out and say, hey, Carlos, do you have any concrete contractors or drywallers or whatever they're looking for? And so we'll create matchmaking opportunities through that program as well. Next slide. And then to talk about the contractor development contract financing program, I'm going to introduce my colleague, Janet Ramirez. Janet.
Thanks, Carlos. So hi, everyone. My name is Janet Ramirez. I'm the contract-based financing analyst. I'm going to talk a little bit about the contract financing program, also known as CFAP. So we do have a few requirements prior to you inquiring. One of the first steps would be to be enrolled in our contract development and bonding program. You must be a small business enterprise. Also, we would like to work with you prior to you bidding on these jobs. And the reason being is getting you pre-qualified would just kind of enhance and move the process along a little bit quicker. There is a lot of documentation that takes place in regards to just getting you pre-qualified. We'll be asking you for background and organization information, your financial information, and any project specific information that you may have. If you don't have it, then that would be fine. But this is a process that takes quite some time to just develop. If there's certain information that you don't have or a business plan that you don't have, we can go ahead and assist you with that, just because everything that you would be submitting to us, we will go ahead and send that over to the lenders. So we want to make sure we have enough time before you are in need of those funds. So currently, right now, we do offer assistance with construction contracts as well as some professional services contracts. We do allocate the funds specifically for that project. So if you've done the pre-qualification process and then you have a contract that you've been awarded, it would be specifically for that contract. So we are only able to do one job at a time. So we can't lump different projects in under one loan. So once we receive the awarded contract, that is used as your collateral. Meaning although we do ask for financial statements, just to do an analysis, it doesn't really define whether we would be able to move forward or not on the loan, but the contract will be your collateral. So once you've completed the work, we know that the progress payments are going to come into your account. So it is used to kind of as a step forward. We know that usually these commercial banks don't really allow you to apply for a line of credit if you don't have a lot of these documentations in place. So as mentioned, the loan can go up to $250,000. Usually set up for a year. You can go ahead and pay it off earlier if the project is done sooner. There is monitoring of the funds. So we don't release all the money all up front. So if you were to receive the $250,000, but you only need $50,000 at first, we'll go ahead and release that. So not everything is released upfront. There is a third-party funds administration that is tied to the loan, meaning you would have to open a bank account with one of the partner banks that we have, and they would be monitoring all of your activities. So you don't necessarily have access to the funds. Third-party funds administration will go ahead and pay any bills that you may have, whether it's for vendors or materials. We're able to assist with payroll materials, and then any leased or rented equipment. So once we pay all of that, we can go ahead and do those interest payments to the lender, and then whatever is remaining during that month, we'll go ahead and release the overhead and profit to you. So one of the most asked questions would be what the interest rate is. So currently it's 9.5%. The lender does have a 1% origination fee that is tied to it. The third-party funds administration also has a 1% that is tied to the loan. However, if it's with one of our sponsors like the county or metro, that is subsidized by them. This does increase your credit score, so this will help you eventually be commercially bankable. What we'll do is we'll create a cash flow projection specifically for this project, and it'll be used as a good management tool to kind of see how much money it is that you're going to need for the project, making sure you're able to break down your labor, your material, or any equipment that you may need. And you can use these skills to kind of budget for the next project that you may land. And as mentioned, this really does improve the future of the capital that you are likely to want to access with a traditional lender, just because these are the first stepping stones of getting a business plan, financial statements and plan. They'll ask for cash flow projections. So this really is a stepping stone. Our goal is for you to eventually be commercially bankable. So if this is something that you're interested in, just to learn more information, once you've enrolled, you'll have that contractor development manager that you're assigned to. And then we can go ahead and get the pre-qualification process started. Next slide.
All right, thank you so much, Janet. That was very informative. So we encourage everybody to look into contract financing and also make sure you do that before you actually need it. It does take some time to get through all of that and make sure you understand what you're getting into. So definitely take advantage of that and do it before you actually need it. So thank you so much, Janet, for that great information. So just to wrap up our presentation, so we're doing talking about bid document reviews. So I mentioned that was one of the services I was offered. So what we do and how we help you with that is we actually attend pre-bids with you so you understand the contract. Understand the solicitation and the project. We will review the contract with you, so plans and specs and identifying risks and making sure you know what bid documents are required. Then we'll do a final bid review. One thing we don't do is advise on numbers, so we can't tell you like, hey, you're too high or too low. But we can help you make sure you're responsive and you understand what's required and what you should be submitting. And then we'll do a post-bid debrief. So whether you're awarded or not awarded, we can go back through it and, talk to you about, what may have been successful, what may not have been so successful. So that's some of the great resources we have as far as bid document review is concerned. Next slide, please. And then contract completion support. So I mentioned once you're awarded a project, we have project managers that are able to work with you. So we'll do a project kickoff meeting and help you understand what your job is going to entail. So we'll do a checklist so you understand everything that you'll need to complete. We'll have contract and principal status reports. So we'll get reports every so often about how the project is going, where you are. We'll do monthly check-ins, help you with billing and payments, make sure you understand the construction schedule and where you fit in that. So the project entirely, if it's not the entire project, will get completed on time. We'll come visit your site and do reports. We'll help you with change orders, logs, and review them as well to make sure that everything that's going on with the project is completed and is done in order. And I think as we go to the next slide, which I believe might be the last slide, somebody mentioned how do you enroll? You can always send us an email there and ask for our enrollment form. You can go to our website at www.lacondev.com and enroll there. Or we'll also send out a follow email following this workshop with enrollment form that you can fill out and send back there. And as mentioned before, there's no cost to any of the services outside of the contract financing. So definitely want to see you all enroll. We're definitely here to help and make sure that we can help you be as successful as you want to be. As you guys know, there's a lot happening in the Southern California area, Los Angeles region, with the Olympics and all the different events coming up. And so there will be opportunities for lots of work. And so we're here to help you get prepared and get awarded some of those contract opportunities because we want to see you grow. So thank you all for your time and thank you for being here with us. And we look forward to seeing you at a future event. I'll hand it back over to Mildred.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Carlos, for that great presentation, and Janet Ramirez for that overview on the contractor or the contract financing assistance program. So if any of you are interested in enrolling, like Carlos said, please email us at imwasinfo@imwas.com. I've also shared the website, lacondev.com. Please send us your inquiries or your applications, and we will get those to the appropriate people and help you on your journey to public contracting. Wonderful. So next up, we have Enrique Gonzalez. He is a supervisor at the Office of Small Business in the Department of Economic Opportunity. And Enrique is here to explain how his department helps small businesses and the available programs that are within his department that can help small and diverse contractors such as yourselves. Welcome, Enrique.
Thank you, Mildred. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to address all the small businesses that are interested in getting involved in public contracting. And great to be able to team up with Meriwether and Williams, who are really great at being able to support on construction and bonding types of RFPs and public contracts. We're happy to be able to partner with them. My name is Enrique Gonzalez. I'm a supervisor at the Office of Small Business at the Department of Economic Opportunity. I've been with the program for 10 years, and we've been able to build out programs to support small businesses and their pathways in government contracting. We also support businesses in their pathways towards small business growth, as well as contract readiness. So while small businesses may be interested in government contracting, we'd be able to provide assistance, and small businesses that are interested in just essentially expanding their business and market potential, we're available as well. Next slide, please. So the Office of Small Business has a brick and mortar facility at East Los Angeles. We have walk-ins and we have appointments available. All of our services are free. Let me tell you a little bit about the Department of Economic Opportunity, that it implements strategic economic development policies and programs to create pathways to economic self-sufficiency for our county's most disadvantaged communities, which include justice-involved, homeless, foster youth, veterans, diverse, small businesses, nonprofits, individuals on public assistance, and low-income communities. Next slide, please. Okay, so Office of Small Business Services in greater detail. We provide one-on-one counseling through the concierge and Apex programs. We also offer the Economic Mobility Initiative programs that have specialized assistance to small businesses through partnerships and an umbrella. And they have programs in the way of ad hoc as well as cohort series programs. Legal services, human resources services, marketing services are all available through the Office of Small Business. So we want to ensure that businesses are able to be connected to these services and resources that are available for free to ensure that businesses can grow and expand, as well as arrive at a level of contract readiness. Once the contract readiness stage is achieved, we'll be able to assist small businesses in getting orientation to government contracting, finding out about how to contract with the county, with other governmental agencies, how to get certified with the county. The county has a really strong priority to ensure that more small businesses have the local small business enterprise certification, the disabled veteran business enterprise certification, and the social enterprise certification, which offers a price preference in the process of competing, which I'll talk more about. But we offer community-based organizations that I spoke of earlier, and we have departmental partnerships where we work with other county departments to support small businesses to be able to compete in county contracts. Next slide, please. So as I said, the Office of Small Business is at East Los Angeles Entrepreneur Center, and that's 4716 East Cesar Chavez Avenue, Los Angeles, near the 710 60 freeway. Walk-ins are welcome. We are able to provide concierge services, which is small business support services, certification assistance, being able to participate in government contracting is oftentimes recommended to participate with a certification so long as you qualify. And then Apex Accelerators is a co-funded program with the county and the Department of Defense to support businesses in getting involved in local through federal contracts in any industry. So essentially, the Apex Accelerator has market research software to be able to help you navigate the terrain of government contracting, to be able to identify where the money is being spent in your industry, so you know where to essentially focus your marketing efforts. Next slide. Okay, so more in detail about the counseling services that we offer. We offer in-person walk-in availability at the East Los Angeles Center. We're able to schedule appointments as well. We offer virtual as well as in-person counseling, both for our small business development as well as our Apex program. Both of these programs are designed to support contract readiness. As the slide says, we support businesses on a one-on-one basis. We provide RFP assistance to be able to review RFPs, to be able to provide you pointers in how to be responsive to an RFP, as well as how to be able to demonstrate that you are responsible or your business is responsible for being able to deliver on the particulars of the RFP. So we really want to be able to ensure that businesses have, from very beginnings of the inception to strong business participation in the space of government contracting. We even have businesses that are long-time seasoned government contracting participants, and they still come back for services because we'd like to make sure that you get the fundamentals, but then you have also supplemental market current market data available to you. Next slide, please. So the certification program is really going to help you leverage opportunity in the County of Los Angeles. It's the registration step is primary. You'll want to register with the County of Los Angeles at the WebVen system that's listed in this slide. Which we can also tell you about in our counseling services at the Office of Small Business. Next slide, please. The importance of getting certified cannot be overemphasized. Like I said, the local small business enterprise, the county has a 25% utilization goal, and there is still a gap in terms of where we are and where we'd like to be in terms of that getting to that utilization goal. The $3.5–4 billion that's at stake here is what we're wanting to ensure that businesses are very well aware of, that the certification is a very strong point of leverage in the process. While yes, being responsible and being able to demonstrate you have the ability to deliver on the contract is essential, it's a very strong advantage that I would highly encourage you to utilize in the contracting process. And that's true for construction as well as janitorial. For selling commodities, that certification is available. It also provides for a streamlined acquisition pathway so that you will be able to participate in a micro purchase sort of purchasing vehicle. The other certification of disabled veteran business enterprise, we have a 3% utilization goal. I know that the county has more work to do. We're eager to ensure that small businesses are able to get to this level of, or that the county is purchasing at this rate of utilization. Social enterprise is another certification that affords price preference in the process, and we encourage small businesses to be able to participate. What that entails is essentially that your business has like an altruistic or community benefit in the way of environmental or social or some sort of community benefit that is expressed throughout the organization and its work. Next slide, please. Okay, so why get certified with the Community Business Enterprise certification? So Community Business Enterprise is apart from the series of certifications that I just described, but it does afford benefits, not necessarily in a price preference mechanism. What it does afford is greater exposure to subcontracting opportunities. Sometimes it's also useful for private sector purposes. So there might be some private sector business that is requiring certification in these areas. And so we offer these certifications for greater market participation, both in the public sector, the private sector, for small businesses that identify with these categories. Next slide, please. Okay, so Apex is essentially the technical assistance provider for the Office of Small Business when it comes to government contracting. What we assist with small contracting or small business contracting efforts is how to get registered in pretty much any domain, whether it's the County of Los Angeles, the City of Ventura, or the State of New York. We can assist you with locating these agencies so you can participate in any of those locations where your business might have market viability. We'd be able to provide you with market research. We'd be able to assist you with RFPs, RFQs, so you have assistance in the process of navigating the pathways of government contracting. There are a lot of different resources that I can't adequately tell you about in the space of time that is available, but I really strongly encourage you to reach out to us to be able to afford yourself of resources that I think are in the league with some of the finest like government contracting resources available out there. We just strongly encourage you to give us a try with the Apex Accelerator. All of the services are free. And so next slide. Okay, so the way to be able to enroll in the Apex services, we can use this QR code. It'll take you directly to our bookings link. If you want to set up some time for a virtual appointment, I also want to ensure that you can specify that you would like an in-person appointment. If you'd like to, please send us an email at apex@opportunity.lacounty.gov. We are able to enroll you through the Microsoft bookings link that you can see here in the QR code, but you can also let us know. We are able to set up time for in-person appointments. We can set up through the Apex at opportunity.lacounty.gov website if you want to ensure that an in-person appointment is what you prefer. But like I said, we connect clients with procurement folks that you'd be able to present your business to. We would be able to review your proposals. We'd be able to identify competitive pricing so you can know whether or not your price is market relevant. We also provide you with market intelligence software that is able to tell you who the top spending agencies in your industry are. So you can target and prioritize agencies that you know are active in your industry purchasing. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are links to be able to get set up with our appointment. We are happy to connect with you. You can also reach out to us at our telephone number. Strongly encourage you to do so, as well as our general email inbox that is available. So we offer multiple sources of point of contact available, and look forward to being of assistance to you. And finally, I think this is the second to last slide. Yes, thanks very much. And we look forward to working with you. I don't know that I can hear you, Mildred.
Sorry about that. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
now.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you. Enrique, thank you for being here with us this afternoon and for the information. Again, I will be providing all of the PowerPoint slides and a recording of the webinar to all attendees. So please keep an eye out for that. We have covered a lot of information, and we have even more information to go over in a few other presentations that are upcoming. But before we jump into the rest, I'd like to show you all a or share a story of one of our contractors. Her name is Jacqueline Pruitt she is president and CEO of Marvella Steel Placers. And she, such as yourself, started off with an interest in the program, and she enrolled, and her development of her business grew. So let's go ahead and take a listen to her story, and it should take us just a few minutes.
My name is Jacqueline Pruitt. I'm president and CEO of Marvella Steel Placers. The program has been very instrumental in that, providing seminars, workshops, and trainings in regards to bidding and estimating, how to get a bond, even what a bond was, why do you need a bond, and also contract review. Contract is very large and you have to pretty much have a lawyer look over it, but they've provided services to me to assist in going over the contract and getting a better understanding of what it is that I'm getting into. It's very important for the City of LA and Metro and other agencies to invest in this program and other programs like this. Although the program is free, it is very valuable to me in helping start my business and obtain bonding. I am very grateful for the services that have been provided and the care and support that were given by everybody at the program. I've had a wonderful experience with the contractor development and bonding program. I would suggest, I recommend, I refer everybody that I know that wants to start any type of business to this program, because it has been very, very helpful and the growing and the development of my company. And I look forward to the days to come that we continue to grow and develop this company together. Had it not been for this program, I don't think that I would be as far along as I am today.
Wonderful. So that was Jacqueline Pruitt from Marvella Steel Placers, president and CEO. Our hope is that all of our work, the work that we do here at CDAP and the work that our sponsors do in their agencies, culminate in stories like Jacqueline Pruitt's. So please, we are happy to help all of our the attendees and all of our contractors. So again, don't hesitate to reach out with questions, with enrollment forms. We are happy and eager to help. So with that, let's go ahead and go back to our presentations.
Let me bring this back up. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, good, good. Well, welcome everybody. I'm glad I was able to make this work. My name is Keith Compton. I am the director for the Los Angeles Metropolitan Transportation Authority, and I have a partner in crime, Jan Davis, who's a senior representative who is doing a different event right now. So if you attend these at another time, you might see her instead of myself. We are very proud to do what we do. We call ourselves the small business advocates. And what we try to do is maximize participation for small businesses. Everything that we do is under that umbrella. So we want to maximize participation for small businesses. We call ourselves the friends on the inside. And what we want to do is help you navigate how to get around Metro. Working with agencies can be like a web. You have to know how to do a lot of different things. You have to know where to go for contract solicitations. You have to know where to go for certification, and finding all these different things can be difficult. So that's our job. We want to help you navigate on how to do business with us, but we also administer and oversee small business programs. And we want to make sure that these programs are implemented and that we are monitoring because we want these programs to be complied with. So we are also over that. The third thing we do is we provide training and resources, and that's where Meriwether and Williams comes in with the bonding program. That's one of the resources that we try to provide. I believe it was Enrique before that was talking about certification, and I wanted to mention that everything he said was absolutely true. It's more important than you realize. But if you are familiar with goal setting, we can only set goals based on the availability of businesses that can do that work in that area. And the only businesses that we can look at are those that are certified. So the fewer businesses that are certified, let's say for plumbing and on a particular contract for a particular area, the smaller the goal is going to be, because there's a formula that is already preset, and we have to use that formula to set goals. So the fewer certified businesses that are in a database, the lower the goal is going to be. So it's more than just trying to help yourself. You're actually helping everyone. So I wanted to add that to the certification component. Metro currently certifies for DBE, for SBE, and we use General Services, the Department of General Services for DVBE. Those are the three programs that we accept certifications for. The requirements, and you can get this from our website, which I'm going to give you that information a little later, is you have to be for profit. Personal net worth has to be less than 1.32 million. And those are the annual gross receipts, 26.9 for the 5-year average. And there has to be a 51% ownership. And I believe most of you know that. One of the other things I wanted to go over is that we are looking to do a different certification, and that's going to be a micro business certification. We have a micro business program that we are working on, and a local small business enterprise program that we are working on. So more to come on that. It's in the works, but do be aware we are doing that. Our certification process is 100% online. We use a B2G online certification system. And if you go to our webpage, which is metro.net/connect, you can see more details about the certification process, which is very important, which is why I am spending a little time on that. The metro.gov2g.com, that's where you would actually fill out that certification application. And if you have questions, you can email our certification unit at certificationunit@metro.net. That's certificationunit@metro.net. I'm not sure if you are familiar with our Small Business Prime Set-Aside program, our medium-sized business enterprise program. But again, these are programs and initiatives that we come up with to try to help small businesses do business with us. Our small business set aside program, that's a program where small businesses that are certified with us, they only compete against each other. They don't compete against they don't compete against the large businesses going after the same contract. We have certain contracts that are small business prime contracts that are set aside just for small business certified businesses, and they compete against each other. And the range depends on the type of procurement. And I think I have a slide on that. The medium-sized business enterprise, those are a little larger. That's the 25 million to 250 million. And if you go to our website, you can see all of that. I'm going to talk to the comp program a little more, I believe. Okay, here it is. I wanted to see this. So the SBEs compete only against other SBEs on competitively negotiated RFPs from 3,000 to 5 million. So contracts that are from 3,000 to 5 million, competitively negotiated RFPs, those are going to be the threshold for those contracts, and small businesses are only going to compete against small businesses. Now, if you look at the next bullet, the small businesses compete only against other small businesses on competitively low bid contracts. That's from 3,000 to 3 million. So that's the difference. But this program has been looked at as a best practice. We've had over $188 million awarded since the program started 10 years ago. And we just celebrated our 10-year anniversary for the Small Business Prime program. So it is very successful. And the other thing I like is a small business can team up with a prime contractor as long as the SBE does, I think it's 40% of the work. Don't quote me. We can go to the website with all these different programs. I don't remember offhand, but I think it's as long as the SBE does 40% of the work, they can be considered the prime on that contract. And there's a built-in mentor sort of program with that kind of model. So that's another good thing. And going back to the comp part, we also have a contractor outreach and mentoring plan program. I run the mentoring plan as well, in addition to the bonding program. And what we do on contracts that are $25 million and more, we require an outreach component and a mentoring component if the contract yields that program. And what I mean by that is we will look at the procurement, and if it looks like we can have the prime contractor mentor 2 or 3 proteges, meaning subcontractors that are on that contract, then we will put a mentor protege plan on it, and they would report to me or my team as to what they are going to mentor the subcontractor on, what the milestones are going to be, what the deliverables are going to be, how long it's going to be, and that sort of thing. And then they report to us either monthly or quarterly, depending on how long that contract is. So we're putting in more than just here's a team, here's a subcontractor, and they either get passed through or not used like they're supposed to or whatever. No, we want these prime contractors to start helping these subcontractors build capacity. We want them to learn on each project, not just do what they already know how to do, but we want them at the end of this contract be able to do more than what they started. So that's what the comp program is about. I don't want to spend too much more time on this. Okay, here we go. So where can you find all of this information? Because we're doing a lot. On our webpage, which I'm going to demonstrate to you in a minute, if you register with us at metro.net/connect, you can sign up for a bunch of events that we are doing with Meriwether and Williams, but also with our How to Do Business with Metro, which is every second Tuesday of the month. And we also have a Transportation Business Advisory Council meeting, which is made up of about 17 small business organizations like NABO, National Association of Women Business Owners, BBA, Black Business Association, Latin Business Association, LBA. We have these organization leaders come, and it's a forum where we talk about how to better serve the small business community. So please check those out and register. Now, if you go to metro.net/connect, this is what you'll see. You'll see the vendor portal. And the vendor portal will show you everything that I've talked to you about. And then let me get rid of this. And so if you click here, you can get the events. Here's your link for certification. We have a 12-month look ahead for what we're thinking about doing. Here's the link for current contracting opportunities. We have a host of information where you can sort of find out how or where to look on getting started doing business with us. We even have a toolkit. Like if you're wondering what we think best practices are for a business, a small business that wants to get started with us, take a look at our toolkit, and then you can sort of cut your time down. But if you click on metro.net/connect, and it showed up on my other screen, so I'm going to move it over here. You'll get this vendor portal. Now, right here, you can see we have small business tools right away. We have current solicitations. If you click on this, here's the small business prime set aside I was talking about. Here's a medium-sized program 1, medium-sized program 2. They have different thresholds, but let's click on open solicitations. We click on open solicitations, and here they are. They're right here. You can't see my screen.
Hi, Keith. No, we can only see your presentation, but we're not able to see your browser or the screen.
Wow, it's right in front of my presentation. Let me do something else. Let me share. Let me see. Share. How about now?
Yes, we can see.
Oh, you can see this? Okay, great. Let me start this over then. When you first get here, okay, so let's say you type metro, .net/connect. Boom. You get the vendor portal. Boom, right there. So you can click on small business tools here. What I did was I hovered over solicitations, clicked on that, and you can see open solicitations. So let's click on that, and then here you go. You can look up a solicitation number, title, set aside program. You can query this way. Let me scroll here. And these are the current solicitations that are posted. Okay. And you can tell what if it's a construction contractor, it'll have a C. If it's an OP operations, they all stand for something. Okay. Professional services. So going back, if you want to see the small business prime set aside contracts, you just click on small business prime. And these are all of the small business prime set aside contracts. Let's go back over here to small business tools. Here's Metro Connect. So if you go to Metro Connect, this is our area. Here's the toolkit that I was talking about. You can click that, download that. Here are the outreach events we have, the certification link I was mentioning. You can click on certification. Here's your certification information. Here's your certification page. And if you want to start the application, boom, it's right there. And I did mention the LSB program. Here's information about the local small business enterprise program. Okay, so everything that I mentioned is on this web page, but if you do feel the need to talk to us, you can email us or even call us. We don't hide. Here's me. We don't have secretaries. We answer our phones, but it's best to email us as everybody is you know, hybrid working, you know, not always in the office. If you email us, we can, you know, catch you a whole lot faster. But in any case, this is where you start. And if you have any questions, you know, please contact us. I can't hear you, Mildred.
Thank you, Keith, for
There
the
you go.
presentation and for that walkthrough of the Metro vendor portal. That's really important to all of our attendees. That's where you'll find, like Keith mentioned, all of the RFPs for any upcoming bids with Metro. So thanks again, Keith. We really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and continue on with our last presenter. Welcome, Robert.
Hey, Mildred. Do you need us to share our screen also? Oh, we got it.
With LA County. We got it. Yes. Let me go ahead and skip to your presentation. Let's see. All right. Perfect. So go ahead and take it away, Robert. Welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Mildred. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Robert Murphy. I work for Los Angeles County Public Works in the Business Relations and Contracts Division. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day and spending it with us. I wake up every day excited to have the opportunity to even help one person or business navigate how to do business with LA County Public Works. Next slide. Okay, thanks. So let me tell you a little bit about Los Angeles County Public Works. We have a wide range of operations across various service areas. We manage sustainable water, transportation, waste management, infrastructure, including over 100 active capital projects with a construction value in the billions right now. The bottom line is Public Works provides many services throughout Los Angeles County, and we conduct many critical activities that are essential to maintaining a high quality of life in Los Angeles County. Next slide. So there are 3 simple steps that you need to take place before you can do business with Public Works. Number 1 is registering as a Los Angeles County vendor. Our sister department, the Internal Services Department, handles vendor registration. You can start that process by visiting the website doingbusiness.lacounty.gov. Next slide. The second step, I'm not going to talk too much about. My colleague Enrique had went over this extensively, but he did stress the importance of exploring what types of certification your business may qualify for, and that's done through the Department of Economic Opportunity. Next slide. And so step 3 is doing business with us. And so let me set the stage by giving you a sense of what that means exactly. Next slide. We need a tremendous amount of contracting help to supplement the services and provide the vast array of services that we do to the public. We constantly have a variety of new construction solicitations coming up. These range widely in size and complexity. They include new construction for vertical and horizontal construction projects, as well as the maintenance of existing infrastructure. Then, of course, we have a need for a wide range of professional services, all from graphic artists to street sweepers and everything in between. And for purchasing and procurement, on the next slide, we have a list of the types of the services and materials that we purchase. This just gives you a sense of the broad range of the types and categories of materials and services that are purchased by Public Works through the procurement process as we provide the services that we do to the public. Next slide. On our website, you can see what contracting opportunities are available to you. This is where we have all the information you need to successfully research solicitations and to help you prepare your bids or proposals. We have a website that allows you to see what types of contracting opportunities are available to you. And it's called dobusinesswithpublicworks.com. Take a look at it and you can see the contracting and purchasing opportunities that are available to you. Next slide. So on our website, you'll be able to filter and search the contracts that best fits your needs. Some of the filtering options available include building and infrastructure projects, professional services, purchasing opportunities, and sundry services. So you can you can filter them and then use keywords that match your services or products that you provide, and experiment with those keywords that represent what you do while you're searching. Next slide. You can also search by the status of the solicitation. That means you can look at open solicitations, upcoming solicitations. You can also look at recently awarded or closed solicitations to get a sense of the types of services or products that we used in the past, and we could very well need them again in the future. And of course, you always have the option to search through all the solicitations. And again, I recommend you try using different keywords that are related to the business or products that you provide, no matter how you filter the opportunities. Next slide. So once you find a contracting opportunity that's a good fit for your business, I highly recommend that you become very well acquainted with the requirements of that solicitation. On this screen, on this slide, you can see some key areas to carefully research and understand. You want to pay close attention to these areas, the scope of services that are called for in the solicitation. Pay very close attention to the due dates. You don't want to lose out on an opportunity because of bad planning. And there's almost always going to be some type of contract administrator, an individual that's assigned to the solicitation. That's going to be your person, your main contact for that contract throughout the entire solicitation process. And then finally, there's very important information at the bottom of the slide there, the bid documents. This is very important. These documents have all the details you need to put together a great response to the solicitation. So under the documents, you can click on the request for proposal or whatever that particular solicitation document is listed as in the documents section. And once you click on that document section, next slide. It'll take you to a section where you can become a plan holder and get notified of any important changes or actually to access all the documents that are related to that particular solicitation. Before you do that, you have to log in. You have to either create an account or log into an existing account. And once you get in there and you become a plan holder, you have access to all the bid documents, and you can also select whether or not you're interested in being a prime contractor, a subcontractor, or a supplier on that project. And then that list is available to all the other plan holders. Next slide. And I don't expect any of you to have the time to check our website daily, and I don't want you to miss out on any of the great opportunities that may be coming up. So I urge you to sign up on our website, Do Business with Public Works, for weekly emails that inform you of all the new solicitations and other information and resources for small businesses. This is a weekly newsletter that goes out to over 33,000 people, and it's easy to sign up for. It's as simple as typing in your email address and clicking on Sign Me Up. Next slide. Okay, so I went through a lot pretty quickly, and I'm simplifying a complex topic. I want to leave you with this though. There's millions of dollars in contracts being awarded to all sorts of businesses, many of them certified, so don't forget to do your certifications. It's happening. It's happened last year. It's happening this year. So get involved, get out there, and remember the businesses, you are our partners in delivering the critical services that Public Works provides. By doing this, you're helping Public Works, but you're also supporting the economic growth and financial freedom of the county and its residents. You're helping grow the economic prosperity of the communities. So if you have any questions, or if there's anything that you want from us that I did not provide you today, or you would like to go over in more detail, you can contact our unit through that email address on the screen there. And whether you just have questions or comments or just need general help, and we'll get back to you. So with that, thank you very much for your time. Once again, this is Robert Murphy, LA County Public Works. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much for that great presentation and that great close. Yes, please reach out to Robert, to Keith Compton, to Eric, Enrique Gonzalez, to Carlos Ray, if you have any questions about anything that they presented today. And we did have a Q&A section for this webinar. However, we are short in time. So what we'll do is, again, provide our information for you to send your questions. Please do. We want to hear from you. Feedback, questions, all of it is very appreciated and looked for. And if you missed anything today and would like to hear it live once more, I highly encourage you to join our next event. This will be held on Thursday, April 3rd from 3:30 to 5, so same time. And our LA City Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez, she will be presenting that on Thursday. So there's a QR code. Please go ahead and scan. That should work on your phone, and register. And we will see you there in our next event. So this here is our contact info. Please jot it down and Before we go, thank you all for being here. Thank you to the panelists, and a huge thank you to Supervisor Janice Hahn for her time today. Have a wonderful evening.